Hello and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 13, Week 2, MK-Ulty, QoP Circles, Coddle first ban. No surprise, perhaps. We got one standing in for Crafty Potato. Do not let the brainless, dickless garden gnome on QoP Circles fool you. That is CombinationBean.
5 seconds remaining.
Parentheses, she, her. Close parentheses. And in the interest of full disclosure, I already know how this game goes. I'm already going to know in advance of all these recordings, at least in a rough way, how the QoP Circles games go. So, look forward to that, I guess. No Lena either. Very much target banning Kai here, I think.
Yeah, it's a Kai hero for sure.
Definitely had a very major impact, it seems, in week 1.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
No Storm Spirit, not ever.
Dire team pick.
First pick, we got that Death Prophet. Once again. Honestly, I wouldn't actually be that surprised if we see a DP nerf before, like, one of the next weeks at this point.
True.
Like, DP 5 is all over the place and is looking really hard to counter at the moment.
5 seconds
I said last week, I picked Centaur Warrunner into it. I realized well, I didn't say that last week, I said that last game, the Iceman versus Rada game, with no Rada.
And these weeks go by fast.
Yeah. It hit me in the downtime. Hey, wait a minute. Abaddon. Abaddon 3 just eats DP alive. Just basically means no matter what you do, you're always invariably, unintentionally going to give Abaddon his entire HP bar back when you ult. Makes it a lot harder to use in that first minutes of the game. Because he's gonna beat you to 6, like, there's no two ways about it. You can't really do much to him specifically in lane. Can't life raid him because he'll just aphotic shield himself and walk away. You can silence him, but all that does is just buy you a couple seconds on a life drain. He's not gonna care much about the bats if he's playing it even modestly right. I mean, you're gonna bully the hell out of his support, but you can't really do anything about him. So he's gonna beat you to 6. No two ways about that. Of course, last time I said that the QoP Circles should pick Abaddon. One of the members of the team said should not happen. We got a first phase Medusa. It's a pretty dangerous thing to do, I think, this early on. They did not immediately punish it out, really, with a Lich.
I think Deuce is the most counterable core in the entire game, so I don't know.
Our Pause 1 expert disputes that.
Who's our Pause 1 expert?
I'm keeping our Pause 1 expert's name anonymous.
Oh, okay.
So, there's
okay,
no...
I know what you're talking about.
Really? Who am I talking about, then?
Medusa player.
Yeah, who's not currently on the QoP Circles team, I should say.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Our Pause 1 expert does not agree with that, but I can tell you this. Here's a situation where I would not pick Medusa. I would not pick Medusa in this context. You see, there was somebody who was stood in for an MK-Ulty Week 1 by Kid Dynamite. That person was Lambert.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you saw LD2L Season 12, if you saw Mage Tournament 1, if you saw LD2L Season 10 where he won the goddamn thing, right? So here's one very valuable lesson for you. Don't go late against Lambert. If you're a team this season, okay? If you're facing MK-Ulty next week, I don't know who that would be. Don't do this. Don't pick Medusa into Lambert. It's not a good idea. Will not lead you to good places.
You're just like giving him the game he wants.
Right. And I'm not gonna say something like, you know, oh, you know how this game's gonna go, whatever. I'm gonna say something like that, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, you know, you're just saying this because you want to have the "I told you so" moment. No. Yes, I do want to have the "I told you so" moment. Don't do this. This is a bad idea. No matter what you do in the rest of this pick phase, you're playing in Lambert's world now, making it very easy for them to deal with you here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Now there are some good things going on. The Grimstroke ban is a very good idea here. I don't think either Meat or Pages plays much Grimstroke, but you don't want to risk it. It doesn't matter if you don't play much Grimstroke when you got that Lich on your lineup. Just not something you want to deal with. Notably, some targeting.
Sure.
Some bans coming out on different members of the team. We have the Trisoft Winter Wyvern going out.
I think Pitches plays it.
We got the Centaur and Pitlord also banned out. Anti-Mage and Sniper following.
Yeah.
Got AA coming up. Likely that's going to be Trisoft.
Messes up Death Prophet, I suppose, but if we're assuming DP's not played for some reason, I don't know. Definitely it is,
10
right?
seconds
Maybe?
remaining.
Would Pages play that? It might be mid. It might be Mickle, Death
5
Prophet.
seconds
Might be Mickle
remaining.
DP, yeah. Could be anywhere, that nice DP.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like she
Big
doesn't need
point
money.
sticker now.
She doesn't need money, but she can do a lot of stuff with money if she does. By the way, one thing she can do with money is she can lane really well with Grimstroke if she decides to go 3. Something DP can definitely do fairly easily. You know, I mentioned before, you know, with Grimstroke, the most powerful move with Grimstroke is to go from 0 to 1. That's a big time 0 to 1! You're being stunned in the Inkswell while getting life drained and ghosts are kicking your ass. Not great. Shadow Shaman of Mars coming up here. Mars Lich. Pretty solid combination. They have to get AA though. If AA does not go down during these fights, then a big AA ult comes right into that Mars arena and you either have to clear out and waste it or stay there and die.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's a classic issue with Mars, as I said before. The things that counter Mars and the things that go well with Mars, if you put them on a Venn diagram, it would be almost a perfect circle. And if you want to talk about things that also counter Mars, Sand King's on that list. Not somebody Mars ever wants to see. MK-Ulty banning out the namesake hero of the QoP Circles. The most targeted ban perhaps you could do.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's one thing to ban out a mid, it's another thing to ban out the namesake
The
of the
name.
team.
It's messed up.
So the only fair thing would be for them to ban out Monkey King here.
Oh, true.
Radiant team ban.
Or PL, that also works. I'm glad MK-Ulty picked that name when they have a lineup where their one player does actually play Monkey King.
Yeah, he does.
Radiant team pick.
No Slark either. Not a bad choice of pause 1 bans when you got Medusa on your lineup, I suppose.
I guess, yeah, I guess they just don't think they'll pick Ursa.
That or they are coming to the increasingly common belief that, hey, Ursa doesn't actually counter Medusa that bad. Especially not
I think it does.
after the Deathblade change.
I think even without, like, the obvious, like, Deathblade stuff, he's still a good matchup in Medusa, just because of his, Fury swipes.
Problem is, it's so easy to build Medusa all over Kite, and Ursa can't really deal with that at all. And you're not really losing anything by doing that on Ducey either.
That's what your team's for.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that's what your team's for all you want, but I mean, look at these guys. You know, this goes 20-30 minutes. I tell you what the team will be for once Medusa hits that 25, gets that split shot, hits everybody target, everybody trait rather. Team will be really good for just kind of ambling around and slowly dying around Ursa without being able to accomplish much.
Very sad. I won't pick Ursa anyway. It's not
true.
really a farming core, and Lambert loves his farming cores.
27, 26, 25. Time is running out. They're going to run every second they can on this clock. They got first pick after all, no surprise there.
Dire team
Yep.
pick.
Ricky!
Like a Ricky.
Your
That's a
favorite farming
farming
core.
Yeah. He's an early farming core, but he's technically a farming core.
This is going to be a very interesting scenario. I feel like these teams are, like, you would almost expect them to be kind of the other way around with their roster and their play styles.
5 seconds remaining.
Like, you definitely expect the team running against Lambert to try and go early game. You would definitely expect the QoP Circles to pick more of like a big, like a Marv type 3, whereas guy like Matt more of a Sand King type.
I mean, I feel like this is what you do against Medusa. Like, if you see a Medusa, you pick an early, like a team that's early enough that the game never goes to a point where she can become online.
Right.
You may
Bangolier.
now select your heroes.
Tango.
I know I say this every time we see this particular matchup. I'm gonna have their stand-in playing. That's interesting. Oh wait, no. Wait. There's not two Who the hell is like fake news? It's Trisoft. Why is he pretending to be
Trisoft is
Fox
Fox
Mulder?
Mulder.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
Why is Trisoft fake news?
It's a good question.
Anyway,
I mean, you're the one who drafted him. Tell me.
couldn't tell you. I feel like both of these lineups are a little bit awkward in how they're drafted.
Well, the MK-Ulty lineup has all their team tags set up, so...
That's true, yeah. You got one stand-in and one fake stand-in on the QoP Circles, so...
I think that's the biggest advantage they have.
Right. Both of the teams have a bit of an awkward setup. Marv really has the Lich ult and not a lot else. I mean, you got the DP ult, sure, but you don't need the Mars arena to use that, do you?
I think if Ricky gets enough damage, he can cause trouble in a Mars arena as well. But
need a lot.
and Shaman Snakes, obviously.
On the other hand, like, it's hard to say any sort of theme that the QoP Circles have at all. Well, I mean, there is one theme. It's, like, supports with very limited CC ability. That's the theme.
Prepare for battle.
The Windrunner, very early pick. Not big on Windrunner as such an early pick. Like, what is Windrunner doing here? Who is the person who gets focus fired in fights? Pop quiz.
Well,
Can't-
nobody. He's just a support winner. He
That's
don't
true.
do anything anyway.
Like, even in the capacity of, like, doing the Windrunner bully thing, just, like, holding someone squishy in fights. Well, you got, like, the supports.
Absolutely.
Can't really do anything to the cores or anything. Like, you're not gonna do anything to Mickle. Mickle's just gonna eat you.
Could be worse.
Not gonna do anything to Lambert. He's Ricky. He's sponsored by Midas. It's perhaps the most appropriate sponsor in the entire LD2L. You're most certainly not going to do anything to Mars. Mars is going to eat you alive.
Dota 2 is a fun balance.
30 seconds to battle.
And also use all of his voice commands early. Yeah, the
There you
Windrunner
go.
pick. Just kind of awkward here. I don't know if it really fits into this equation very well. You certainly don't have anybody who's going to be great at, like, making the limited amount of damage stand out. Like, you don't have, like a Tide or something who's going to be able to armor break. You'd have Fox Mulder getting run over.
Battle begins.
The most appropriate. Oh, I was gonna say the most appropriate way for Fox Mulder to die, killed by a spooky ghost.
Well, that's true.
But no,
Or
Mickle
like an
didn't get it.
alien.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they kind of do both, really.
That's
But
absolutely not what I
yeah,
expected.
Trisoft ends up the unfortunate recipient of First Blood. Not really a big deal, I don't think. Ricky getting it, not great, but I don't think anything really changes by losing First Blood on him. Medusa did have to TP up here, though. Not really sure where she went. Might have been hammered. by some of the outside forces or something. Wasn't really paying much attention.
And your own team is hammered during games? It's messed up.
It's true. I told them not to do that. They just wouldn't listen. This Pango Med matchup versus DP is going to be a very unfortunate matchup for them, I feel like. It's, there's one very funny thing about DP, right? DP's ult, it ain't magic damage. So, Pangolier's magic immunity does not do anything to that. If Pango ults in the middle of DP go, C dies anyway. Not really sure. Now it is a very important pick. I don't think these guys can get anything done without a Pango here, so I don't think it's like bad in that vacuum, but like he's going to be very hard pressed to keep the DP down mid, and DP could really run wild on these guys, I feel like.
Yep. DP can run wild on anyone right now.
Well, yeah. One ender going for the very hungry power shot there. Doesn't quite get it. This seems like a great time to have a roll call. So, MK-Ulty! Pause 1, you got Lambert on the Ricky. Pause 2, you've got Mickle on the Dipple Pripple. Mickle, of course, the captain of the team. Pause 3, Godlike Matt on that Mars. Pause 4, you've got Run Over Meat on the Shadow Shaman. And pause 5, you've got Peaches on the Lich. QoP Circles, the home team. Pause 1, you've got CombinationBean on the Medusa. Pause 2, you've got Pangolier on the Kai.
There we go.
Pause 2, we got Kai on the Pangolier. Pause 3, standing in for Crafty Potato is good old Bob on the Sand King. Pause 4, Tall Balls on the Windrunner. And pause 5, you've got not Fox Mulder on AA. This is going to be a very awkward game, I feel like, just no matter how you cut it. Not really a fan of either of these drafts, to be blunt with you. So it's going to be a battle of the awkward drafts. Also going to be the battle of if Sandking can live or not.
Oh,
No.
he's dead. Gets ice blasted.
Yep. It's a downside of having a 4 like
It's
the
Frost
Windrunner.
Blast, actually. Ice Blast is ult. My bad.
Let's find out. Yep, that's Frost Blast, and this is Ice Blast. So there you go. How could you possibly get those two confused, Randy? Come on now.
Yeah,
You're a broadcast
I know.
journalist.
It's
Godlike Matt's gonna die, though. So that's pretty good. It's not gonna die to the
There you go.
Medusa. In fact, Medusa is not even going to get any money out of the job, which is a bit unfortunate. But at the very least, I believe she's got XP from it. And hey, even if she doesn't, well, you just completely routed the Mars there, didn't you? Mars is currently just sitting on 2 bracers, 1 for each arm. That's like thematically appropriate. I mean, Mars definitely has 2 bracers on that model, right? So it makes sense, you know. Ricky looking a little low here. Mars looking a little stunned here.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Pangolier's courier going down with King's Ransom of 1 clarity in it, which means that this attempted gank on bot is no longer going to happen. Now, it is a good idea to gank Lambert's lanes, but I don't know how important that is when he's Ricky, to be honest with you. It's really kind of what I was going to get to here. I don't know if this MK-Ulty lineup really takes much advantage of Lambert's skill set. Or really, if it's that great for Godlike Matt? I mean, I'm sure Godlike Matt's a perfectly serviceable Mars player. It's just his strengths as a core player. I don't know if Mars really is the guy that displays that.
That's absolutely not what I expected.
Absolutely not what Lambert expected.
It's true. The QoP Circles lineup definitely feels like they picked to win lanes, but that's like it. Like, we've got AA here who's going to help Medusa win this lane. We've got Sanking here who's here to win lane. He has a good ult too for that mid game. That is true. That is undeniable. But like, what do you have follow up on it? A nice blast. Until Medusa comes around, it's going to be very difficult to do anything.
That's absolutely not what I expected.
You have like the Sand King ult, and then you have like Pangolier bouncing around and Rolling Thunder, which really arguably plays is almost kind of redundant compared to the Sand King ult if you think about it. Just kind of does the same things in the same way. Like good old Bob just sitting right under a sentry there. Oh. Got a stun off on Ricky here. Pangolier, ult coming in. Bounces right on Ricky. But there's nothing to bounce off of here.
Yeah.
Two-man stun there. I don't know if they realize it. I guess probably not. Not like there's anything to really do there anyway. Lambert tips Mickle for ulting while Kai's not home, I guess. Notably, when Kai left this lane, he was actually top of the board on CS. He was actually first place overall for last hits, but you know, while he was gone, Death Prophet both starts to overtake him and takes out that tower. Not a great scenario. Nothing else.
Low lane phase,
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Who shows up here? It's Windrunner at level 4? What are you gonna do at level 4, Windrunner? It's way too
Got
early for you to
shackles.
just show up. Got shackles, so she can set up for the
Pango. Look, Pango's here too, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's here to just solo old godlike Matt, actually. And no one is following up on this.
Yeah, this is a little odd. Oh!
And
great spear.
Kai goes down. Runner Meat does as well, but here comes Mickle, the Death Prophet, who is likely just going to start killing people. Not Trysoft, who's going to successfully TP out, but okay, actually nothing comes out of this, so. Oh, by the way, Sand King also died during that. Yeah, that was a great exercise in poor coordination. I don't know why the Windrunner was up here at all, and the gank would have gone a lot better if anybody even pretended to care about it.
Yeah.
Please tell us, use your VC. It's not hard to say what you're doing. Why are we getting funny combat music? Oh, because Ricky's dying. Oops. Good kill on Ricky there. And a good kill on this T1 top incoming.
Yeah.
Dire's
Or,
structures are fortified.
Mickle seems to
Radiant's
want some
middle
blood.
tower is under attack.
He will get some blood.
It's going to definitively kill the AA and just force Medusa just to get the hell out of this lane. No surprise there. It's a tough scenario to be in.
Is under attack.
Medusa against a DP in a game like this, because like Pangolier has nothing to do against DP. In fact, really nobody on this team does. So DP is really going to be able to bully Medusa pretty much as she wants. And the tragedy is that would have been even the case if DP was support this game. Medusa picks up an arc ring, which is basically a T1 essence ring if your name is Medusa. So there's that. You want to hear my biggest sin as a Dota player?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I forget to actually use Arc Ring a lot for some reason. Like, for
Sure
me,
said.
Arc Ring turns into a passive item very frequently, even when I really need it.
It's like me with like Bullwhip.
Yeah.
Bullwhip is hard to remember to use for some reason.
Looks like we're gonna have another Pangolier ult right on Mars.
Has been
Mars attempting there to.
Pango doesn't have anywhere to bounce off. Bull said.
All right.
Well, no, you will,
Still gonna work out though.
supposed to
Double
deal
kill
with
here.
this too.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. 5 to 5 here. 5 to 5 when you have a Medusa on your lineup means Medusa's winning so far, though. Notably, if you look at this net worth chart, both Ricky and DP to this point are pretty much free-forming.
Ripped all balls.
Not sure why he was there. See death as I see it. Hey, running right for the shard this game. In this game, I would say, yeah, that's pretty good. Medusa going right into, just starting with the, presumably, going to be a Hurricane Pike here, and not terribly long, or it could just be the Dragon Lance for now. Either way, looking to do some long-range type farming, not a big surprise here. Not a bad idea against this lineup. I mean, you know, you do have a overwhelmingly short-ranged lineup. You know, even the DP Ghosts, they don't usually like to chase you all that far. You know, they're mostly just kind of hanging out around her in fights. They're also going to be hanging around this tower real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good Mars
arena.
arena. Sanking comes in trying to do something about this. Just immediately taken out. We're fighting near this wall up here, but it doesn't matter if Kai can't actually hit anything. AO coming in. Gonna stomp
Yeah,
Run Over Meat. Run Over Meat is almost certainly dead. Yep, goodbye.
Yeah. I don't think the shackle was necessary, but
Medusa just gonna pig pole out of town.
yeah.
As the snakes are going to clean up this tower. It's a very good strategy against this lineup. Like, you know, it's a pretty no-brainer to say that, oh yeah, DP Shadow Shaman combo is going to be very aggressively pushing. They don't actually necessarily need to. It's not actually necessarily the case. It's very ballsy whatever Pangolier's trying to do here. At no health, basically.
Never see this coming.
Never see it coming. Big circle on the behalf of one Shadow Shaman showing you where the jungle is. Or perhaps that could be AA. It's a little hard
They're
to tell.
playing here. And he's right about that. They are playing there.
On my way to a one-bite kill. You know who says that?
Yeah, Ricky.
No, you dolt. It's Razor. Don't you know
Razor doesn't
anything?
even have teeth, dude.
You might in the helmet.
Yeah, I guess that's possible.
I mean, you probably didn't think CK had teeth, but now you have that skin that shows his face.
That's
Now you have
true.
the train.
Radiant's bottom
Got
tower
double
is
damage on the
under
DP
attack.
here.
Radiant structures
We're
are
gonna come in
fortified.
at bot. QoP Circles are calling this bluff, though I do not believe they're gonna be doing that for much longer.
Okay, Arena.
Yep,
It's,
one-man arena on the Windrunner here.
Windrunner there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lambert tries to make a play on the Sand King, but immediately gets rejected. The AA ult just chases him straight off, so that's pretty good. Mickle ulting again. Once again, AA just TPing out.
Dire's bottom
Mars
tower is
really
under
looking for
attack.
Sand King in this sandstorm down here. Sand King does not want to risk the DP ult and just simply walks away.
Is under attack.
Gets
That
his
was
Blink
Blink,
Dagger
though.
up, which is pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower is
Medusa
under
has
attack.
finished the Dragon Lance, is looking for Manta style, an immediate Manta style here.
Precious bounty.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Mars actually has, to this point, actually foregone blank. Is using a pig pole instead. A sort of poor man's blink. Actually also just finished phase boots. Taking a look at the Pangolier here. Pangolier's taking a look at them too.
Roll back into town, I guess. Okay.
He's gonna eat Ricky.
Is under attack.
That's a good get.
Shadow Shaman just in the middle of absolute nowhere. There's nothing that can stop this man though, so that's good. Okay, I found something that can stop that man.
Yeah. Pangolier.
Yep.
Radiant are scanning.
They have an arena. They're looking
They found
at
Medusa.
Bean. Yeah. She's gonna get arena'd.
She's gonna ult right at the start of it. Buy a lot of time
She's
for
got a mana though.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. That's a really unfortunate bounce.
Radiant's
Yep, I was gonna say buy a lot of time for guys to TP in and rotate, respond to this, but not really many did, but she actually still gets away scot-free. That's pretty big. Pretty good. I mean, this fight is still not gonna really go in their favor.
Fair.
Well, actually kind of is. Okay, cancel that. Ricky's here.
Your team will bleed for it.
Ricky actually very low, but I don't really think there's much ability to do anything about that.
Unfortunate.
DP ends up picking up a streak. Medusa lives, but
If you can see me, you're
ouch.
dead.
They lost a hell of a lot in actually getting
Yeah.
that to happen. All they really picked out for it was Lich as well. Feel like the AA ult in these early fights definitely needs to go on Ricky. Because he's
Yeah.
a way more realistic target to actually kill than the DP is, for sure.
Yep.
Fanbrace coming out, T2 items now dropping. Ricky's finished Diff Blade.
Dire's top tower
It's going to
is
be
under
pretty
attack.
nasty. And he gets a Quicksilver Amulet just to make himself even nastier.
Radiant structures are fortified.
One of the many heroes for which Quicksilver is just a very nice thing because it's always going to be on when you want it most.
Fortune's changed.
Yeah, when your invis is on cooldown.
Yeah.
It's actually true.
Yeah, that is true, isn't it?
Death's bounty.
You thought it was a joke. It
Yeah,
is
the
not.
more I thought about it, the more I realized, hey, wait a minute, yeah, so
Yeah.
literally 100% of the time
Right.
that Ricky would want it. Sand King went and
Thank
split
you.
pushed off here, and that wasn't a great idea. That's our Diff Blade reveal
Gets
on Ricky.
split in half by Ricky. Yeah.
Yep. Ricky and DP at this point really just kind of annihilating everybody who even thinks about showing up on Vision right now.
Yeah, he's super dangerous right now. He's spiking really hard.
It's never a great thing to say. So as the 3 this game, what you really need to do is just kind of play defensively and counter-initiate. But yeah, at this point, that's pretty much what Sand King's role in this game. Play really defensively
Radiant's top
and
tower
counter-initiate.
is under attack.
I like the Lotus Orb here, so Ricky will blink strike somebody, and they'll just blink strike him right back.
Yeah.
I don't know what else it does this game. Like,
Lich stuff, I guess.
yeah, Lich ult and Shaman. That's it.
Lich and Shaman. It's good against Lich and Shaman. I like it against them.
Yeah.
Okay, Arena.
Once again, you can really see there. That was a great example of what I was talking about. Pangolier rolls in with the ult, but like, he just gets eaten by the ghost, so he's trying to find a great target to bounce on. I am back with no ult. What the hell is he gonna do? TP just eating everybody.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Guy desperately trying to get something done here. Anything done, but
Yeah, all they get at the end of the day is the Lich.
feels like he desperately needs this shard that he's trying to pick up here.
Okay. Kinda out there, buddy.
Yeah, Mickle is just
No,
going to straight up just run him over here. Runs him
he's
all the
fine.
way back in the
Mickle-
base, but
ooh,
this
bait?
actually
Alright, what a bait.
let's see Hey, actually has ult.
Kai baiting skills
Yep.
100.
Alright, okay. Monster kill. Goes to Pangolier. That is a lot of gold that just changed hands. Unfortunately, that basically just covers his buyback, but you know.
Absolutely
No, yeah.
not
But
what I expected.
Picking up a
at least
diff
they
blade of his
killed
own.
DP.
Yep.
Dota 2 is a fun and balanced game.
That Ice Blast actually also hits Mars. I think they realize that too. Immediately. Mars puts up the arena, but sorry, buddy, that does not work on this. And down he goes.
Oh, Lambert's here.
Lambert's here, but right now it feels like he's really got too spoiled for choice. Like he just got so many targets. He can only eat the Sand King. Goodbye.
Hey, he ate
Radiant's top tower has
the
fallen.
Windrunner as well.
That's true. Right now, that's basically 2 supports. I mean, Sand King, his net worth looks okay, but I mean, I like how it's all lowercase. And notably, that was pretty much a like a minimal Medusa involvement fight. So it's looking very good for the Medusa lineup right now. Anyway, like Medusa was there, pretty much like a minimal amount. Uh-oh. It's Roche happening right there, right next to us. They got no sight on it. It's getting pinged out by somebody. Lambert, I assume, because it's blue and he's the only blue guy here. I mean, he got Windrunner,
sure
but
Lich is
Windrunner's
blue.
not that blue. And yeah, Lich is blue, but his icon on the map isn't. Alright, have to scan this out. Ult is coming
they're
in.
gonna A bless it, but nah.
It's not a great idea to follow up on this, I don't think.
I
Absolutely.
think the worst time you could possibly take a fight in Dota is right after the Aegis gets picked up.
Right.
I've seen thousands of them, and maybe like 5 have ever worked out.
This ain't good. They immediately
Yeah.
find the Medusa here. And are just chain stunning her.
Arena. Oh,
Arena does not land though. Lich ult does.
how didn't that land on Juica?
I'm not
It's
really
fine.
sure.
Ricky's just gonna
Just gonna
destroy her.
straight up kill her.
Alright, Lambert's godlike.
Sand King and Kai just kind of, Sand King and Pangolier just kind of out in different lanes there.
Dire's middle
Now they
tower
watch
is under
helplessly.
attack.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's gonna buy time for Medusa to come up, but at this point, I don't know how much that matters exactly.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Medusa Courier just dies right in Ricky's face.
I expected.
Because Deuce is not online and won't be for another 15-20 minutes.
Right.
I'm not sure this game goes on that long at this rate.
Yeah, the objectives are just flying left
Okay,
and right.
Dire's middle tower.
Lambert is super in on this.
That's Aegis. Only one downside, they don't have anything to follow up on that with.
Yeah, it's just Lambert trolling them, I guess.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And now
Oh,
Pangolier's gonna
Kai
die.
Kai might get a little more than trolled. Maybe not.
Windrunner kind of runs in and puts a wrench in that plan.
Kind of an odd fight. It's like nobody wants to fight.
Yeah. Well, one man wants to fight
Lambert
very
wants to
firmly.
fight. Yeah.
Lambert wants to fight. Nobody else really does, but that DP ult comes out, and I bet he's changing his
Wait.
tune soon.
Okay.
I was so close to a disaster for Ricky. If that actually lands on Ricky, actually, the debuff does hit him, but I don't think he actually got formally affected by it.
Yeah,
If he goes down, that's good.
got hit by the ball as it was in the air.
Please micro your snakes. You had your choice between either killing A or actually doing some damage to the tower without backdoor there, and you got neither. Well, Kai actually just kind of runs right over Shadow Shaman.
Dire's top tower is under
Yep.
attack.
It'll happen if you're support.
He's out farming right now, which, to be honest with you, I don't know if that's really the play in a situation like this. like keeping the pressure up full time on Medusa would be a very, very nice thing that you could do right now. Ancient Apparition denied both T2 mid and T2 top. It's gonna be denying T2 bot soon.
They're a professional tower killer.
Yep. That's a good shackle on the DP there, but nobody is brave enough to actually follow up on it. Everyone's kind of assuming DP is not actually alone there when she is.
Got a smoke play going into the jungle, looks like.
Yep, gonna walk right into AA there.
Right into poor Fox Molder.
We're actually gonna have an attempt at a reaction here.
I got stuck in the arena. Oh, he's silent.
Yeah, so,
These smoke clouds are causing so much trouble.
for the record, if you're not in the arena, you cannot attack into it.
Yes, it is true. It will just bounce off.
So what we just saw there, I think, was not knowing that in action, Combination being in a really perfect spot to capitalize on that arena, had everybody not been inside of it, and now instead she dies. And
Backbreaking fight right there.
with it the game, I think? And Exorcism didn't even actually get used as the best part.
Yeah, like I said, backbreaker.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Sanking gonna sandstorm way in the back line there, but
Middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's
Lich
bottom tower
pointing out the tower that will now die.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Well, this just went from looking like a very even match to looking very over in a very short time.
That's what one backbreaking fight can do to you.
Yep.
Maybe if they just let Trisoft die there?
Yeah.
Pull out.
I mean,
Send
that
me
or
those
if,
four.
funnily enough, if Medusa is in the arena, I think that's just like 4 die on Radiant.
Yeah, potentially.
Which is the irony, like usually that's like the worst possible situation, but nope. There she was just completely, because everybody she needed to hit was in the arena, so she's just hitting nothing but like jungle creeps and crap.
Yep.
I think she was plonking Shadow Shaman in the head, but like what does that matter? Guy at this point desperate to find himself any sort of space. Just gonna try and knock down the T1 here, but
Boy.
all he's gonna find is misery and death. At least gets the tower though, so that's good.
Knife to the back.
Not what I expected.
I thought Medusa was fairly close to Scotty. Did somebody deny her like items or something? They fell off the courier and Ricky ate them.
Yeah. What do you think an ultimate orb tastes like?
Healing sub.
Dire's bottom tower
Oh,
is under
okay.
attack.
Exact same flavor, funnily enough.
Dire's bottom tower
Interesting T3 items coming down at least, but at this point it's, yeah, almost certainly not gonna
Just
matter.
uphill with Exo.
Uphill with Exo, uphill with the Shaman Snakes, not like all of them, but
are fortified.
uphill without AA, who just
That
got
is a
randomly
shard.
picked.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
Lambert went
is under
super out of
attack.
control in this game. Seems he can't play early game quarters.
Thing is,
Bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know. Well, we'll talk about this in the analysis.
Oh, what an arena.
Big arena, but unfortunately, this is one of those.
I think it's when everyone's not zoned This fight's gonna go a lot better, yeah.
Radiant's courier has been
Medusa right now in the situation of watching everybody around her die and then dying herself.
Yep.
AO gonna come in.
My god, poor Fango.
Guy like Matt might be guy like dead.
Fun.
Lich is super low, but they can't even come out of base to kill Lich. Why the hell have they not GG'd this?
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Mega creeps are up.
Mega creeps.
Mega creeps are up. 5
Yeah.
minutes ago, this was like a competitive game. And now there's a 21k net worth advantage.
And Ricky finishes Scotty before Medusa.
Yep. Look how much this changes in one fight.
Yeah.
Lich ult coming in.
They're just gonna fountain farm them now. Oh no.
So this whole fountain farming concept is not going well for them.
I don't think they care, I'll be honest.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Gonna lose Sand King, but Lambert's like, okay, never mind, enough of this crap.
Dire's
Nope.
ancient is
Back
under
in.
attack.
Get him.
Radiant
And
There
that's
you
the
go.
ball game. Did Lambert go out
Lambert
this
wiped the board.
control this game? I actually don't think so. I don't think Lambert
There's a
actually.
Lambert BP connection.
Yeah, I don't think Lambert himself, at least as far as his right click goes, had that much impact. It was pretty much Lambert.
Smoke floods were super close.
Yeah, it was smoke clouds and the diff blade, but I think the real the real take I have on this is that's Garnish, baby. Like, yeah, he formally gets the kills because he's Ricky. That's what he does. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, there was one very simple problem. Kai did not exist this game. The Pango into the Death Prophet was such a self-counter pick. Like, actually could never do anything in any of these fights, it felt like. Every single time, it just, you know, we called it way back in pick phase, and, well, not at pick phase, but like the very start of lane, and it really rang true for the entire game. You know, Pangolier rolls in and fights, and all the ghosts come in and shave off his entire health bar, because he's actually pretty fragile if you're actually hitting him. And then he either just has to get back, or he just dies.
Yep.
The Lotus Orb on the Sand King is hypothetically good, but I don't know if Lich or Shadow Shaman were high enough on the threat-o-meter to really care that much, to be honest with you. It's pretty much Arenas and Death Prophet. Arenas, Smoke Clouds, and Death Prophet, so to that end, I don't think Lotus Orb really solves any of those problems. And I feel like Medusa actually played a pretty good game here. You know, I know it's CombinationBean, and I am very biased and whatever. I think Medusa pretty much played this as you're supposed to. I don't know how winnable this is for Medusa, frankly. Medusa pretty much played this as you were supposed to. You noticed this time, you did not see the incidents like we had last week where Medusa was kind of just like wandering off and getting smoked gank all the time. No, this time it was like they very rarely caught her. And I feel like when she does go down, it's really kind of more to, like, everybody's kind of splitting off and trying to chase kills and not really thinking about that. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple story, I think. This is a 4v5, as unfortunate as it is. For better or worse,
Seriously?
good or bad. Yeah, that Pango pick, ouch. Super big ouch. And again, KDA doesn't look bad, but like the actual fights, the actual participation in fights, just like all he could do is just eat supports, pretty much. Just eat meat. I guess it's a very appropriate name, right? Just eat the meat, eat the pages. Yeah, it's two different foods. MK-Ulti support line.
That's true.
It's
That's
two
MK
different
Ulti's
foods.
Support line is a course.
Yeah.
And there's Mickle the Pickle, so you got 3.
Yeah. And Lambert, like, isn't cheese,
Lambert,
but
yeah, Lambert sounds like a cheese. So it's
yeah.
four foods and
And
godlike Matt.
Godlike Matt is, he's like a table mat. There we go. He's
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
food is placed on, if you think about it. Um, I think both of these teams had some noticeable draft issues this game. I think QoP Circles is worse. This QoP Circles lineup, to be frank, it's not good. Um, I've talked before, and I will talk again about how the biggest issue with the QoP Circles right now is their 3 and under club. Like, and this, maybe it's because Mr. Potato wasn't here. I don't know, but it's like we got 2 different supports that are just, I don't know, playing very different games. They don't really add to each other's strengths. They certainly don't go that well with Sand King. And then you got Pangolier, who's just kind of redundant compared to the Sand King anyway. I don't know. It's not a great draft. Anyway, we'll be seeing you guys around next game.